Hi everyone, I am Harshavardhan. Today, me and my friend Bhargav are going to give brief overview about the paper Hawk Future Vector for Human Detection, written by Navneet Dalal and Bill Triggs. This paper featured in 2005 conference on computer vision and pattern recognition. Let us start with the introduction. Human detection in images is always a complex task because of the variable appearances and wide range of poses that humans can adapt. The normal challenges faced in human detection are wide variety of articulated poses, variable appearance and clothing, complex background, unconstrained illumination, occlusions, and images at different scales. Let us understand these challenges with help of an example image. In this image, we can see various persons with different poses. Some people are abstracted by their neighboring humans. Some are abstracted by the cars and the traffic. Yet the background is very cluttered. Detecting all the humans present in this image is a complex task. So we need a robust feature set that allows human form to be discriminated cleanly even when the facing above challenges. This paper puts forward the method locally normalized histogram of oriented gradient descriptor, which provides excellent performance relative to other existing methods. In this method, it is mainly assumed that people are upright and fully visible. For simplicity and speed, we used linear SVM as a baseline classifier throughout in this paper. Overview of previous work on human detection. In 2000, Papaggio and Paggio and Mohan et al. Proposed an approach for human detection using Haar wavelets and SVM classifier. In 2001, Viola and Chance used Haar wavelets as feature and AdaBoost for learning for detecting faces in images. Gavrila uses edge template from the images for human detection. Let us understand the method involved in this paper for human detection. This method is based on evaluating well-normalized local histogram of image gradient orientations in a dense grid. The basic idea is that local object appearance and shape can often be characterized rather well by the distribution of local intensity gradients or edge directions, even without the knowledge of the corresponding gradient or edge positions. Through the help of a block diagram, we will understand what are the steps involved in detecting the humans through this method. First, we will read an input image. Next, we will normalize the gamma and color of the image. Next, we will compute the gradient of the image. Next, we will divide this resultant gradient image into cells, and for each cell, we find the local histogram of orientation gradients. Next, for better invariance and illumination and shadowing, grouping, we group the cells into blocks and normalize the obtained HOG over these blocks. Next, we will store this obtained HOG vector into a future vector. We will do this for all the windows and collect all the HOG vector into a future vector. We will uh, give this future vector to a linear SVM classifier. This classifier will classify this image as a person or non-person. Classification will be done through linear SVM classifier. Advantages of using this method. This method captures edge or gradient structure that is very characteristic of local shape, and it, it does so in a local representation with an easily controllable degree of invariance to local geometric and photometric transformations like translations or rotations. For human detection, coarse spatial sampling, fine orientation sampling, and a strong local photometric normalization give us the best result. Next, we will see what are the data sets used for evaluating this method. This method is verified by training with 509 images and 200 test images from MIT pedestrian database. This method is also verified by using INRIA person database. In this database, 1805 human images cropped from variety of personal photos of size 64 into 120, 64 by 128 are selected for training the algorithm. Next, 1239 or 1239 of the images are selected as the positive testing samples, and a fixed set of 12,180 patches sampled randomly from 12,018 1218% free training photos provided as initial negative set. In the testing scenario, 566 positive images and 453 negative images are used for testing this method. Next, the implementation involving in the steps of this method are discussed by my friend Bhargav.
Hi, I am Bhargav. I will present about the implementation of HOG for human detection. I will talk about the HOG feature extraction and choice of different parameters for HOG for better detection. First, I will talk about the flowchart of HOG for human detection. Image is given as input, then it is normalized using gamma correction. This step is prescribed as optional by the author in the paper, so we can neglect this block or step. Then gradients are computed using one-dimensional kernels. Then weighted vote into spatial and orientation cells is done using gradient magnitude as the vote and voted in corresponding bins depending on the gradient angle at the pixel. Then contrast normalized over overlapping spatial blocks. This is done using L2 norm, which will be discussed in the next slides. Then collect HOG future vector over detection window. Then it is given as input to linear support vector mission, which will detect whether human is present in the window or not. Then output is output is the detection output whether human is present or not. We'll discuss about the HOG now. As the name suggests, histogram of oriented gradients is the combination of gradient magnitude and orientation. In HOG, each bin voted by gradient magnitude is the main concept. This histogram is taken over different regions of images, that is over different blocks overlap with different overlapping regions, that is cells. Let's see different steps shown in the paper for HOG feature extraction. First step is gamma or color normalization. Grayscale, RGB and LAB color spaces optionally with power lock equalization are used in the present paper. These normalizations have only a modest effect on performance because descriptor normalization in next step achieves similar results. So this may not be effective or useful. So this step is I generally neglected. Author used color information when available, and RGB and lab color spaces give comparable results. Gradient computation. Detector performance is sensitive to the way in which gradients are computed. Simple one-dimensional, that is 101 masks with no smoothing works best. Using larger masks always seem to decrease performance, and smoothing damages it significantly. That means no Gaussian smoothing is preferred after computing gradients. For color images, we calculate separate gradients for each color channel and take the one with largest norm as pixels gradient vector. Spatial or orientation binning. Each pixel calculates a weighted vote for an edge orientation histogram channel based on the orientation of gradient elements entered on it, and the votes are accumulated into orientation bins over cells. The orientation bins are evenly spaced over 0 to 180 degrees. For humans, the wide range of clothing and background colors presumably makes the signs of contrast uninformative. That is, as humans will human clothes and the background over which they stand differs widely. So the signs of contrast, that is signs of orientation, is uninformative. So 0 to 180 degrees is sufficient. Increasing the number of orientation bins improves performance significantly up to 9 bins, but makes little difference beyond this. Orientation binning or voting into bins. Let's see in this figure. Let's say a pixel has orientation of 36 degrees for the gradient, and it has 13.6 as gradient magnitude. HOG histogram is from 0 to 180 degrees. Let's say it's divided into 9 bins, each bin with range of 20 degrees. As 36 degrees falls into second bin is voted with 13.6, that is the gradient magnitude. Like this, all the cells in a cell, all the pixels in a cell contribute for the HOG for the corresponding cell. Normalization and descriptor blocks. Author used and proposed L2 norm as best normalization method for detector performance. Let's say here a block consists of 4 cells, that is 2 by 2 block. Then each cell consists of 1 cross 9 HOG vector, as each cell has 9 bins in the histogram, and 4 cells contribute to single block, yielding 1 cross 36 size future vector, which will be normalized for illumination variance for illumination variant independent detection. Like this, 4 blocks lead to 4 cross 9, that is 36 size future vector. This future vector is divided by the L2 norm of this 36 elements vector, and then it will be normalized. So output will be 36 size future vector normalized for a block. Then for each block we calculate this 36 size future vector. Then we concatenate all future vectors for all the blocks sequentially and obtain the HOG future vector finally. This is the representation of HOG future vectors at each cells for a sample image. This is the image taken from Scikit website. The direction is indicated by an arrow, like we have 9 bins in the histogram of gradients. The each arrow is illuminated illuminated from darker to brighter, that is black to white, based on the weight in the bins. Normalization and descriptor blocks. The figure shown in the paper, that is this figure, shows miss rate in terms of false positives per window for different cell sizes and number of cells per block. In this figure we can show that here 3x3 blocks of 6x6 cells performs best. Detector window and context. 64 by 128 detection window with about 16 pixels of margin around the person on all four sides is preferred by the author. This border provides a significant amount of context that helps detection. Decreasing it from 16 to 8 pixels decreases performance by 6%. Keeping a 64 by 128 window but increasing the person size within it causes a similar loss of performance even though the resolution of the person is actually increased. Classifier used a soft with parameter c is equal to 0 is to 01 linear support vector mission trained with SVM Lite, slightly modified to reduce memory usage for problems with large dense descriptor vectors. Using a Gaussian kernel support vector mission increases performance by about 3% at the cost of a much higher runtime. Summary and conclusions. Using locally normalized histogram of gradient orientations features similar to shift descriptors in a dense overlapping grid gives very good results for person detection, reducing false positive rates by more than an order of magnitude relative to the best or wavelet based detector. Fine scale gradients, fine orientation binning, relatively coarse spatial binning, and high quality local contrast normalization in overlapping descriptor blocks are all important for good performance. These are the references. The first one is our main paper discussed in this presentation. Second paper is based on second paper discusses human detection using HAR wavelets, which is the work with which the author compares this hog-based human detection and our hog-based human detection performs better perform better than this HAR wavelet based detector. That is first paper outperforms the second paper. Thank you.